So, you took a blood test and you have high uric acid, and you're wondering, should you worry about gout? Maybe, but let me tell you, gout might be the last thing you should be worried about. High uric acid could mean your body is struggling with something much bigger, like how it handles sugar or even how healthy your heart is. Stay with me, and I'll show you why this one little number matters for everyone, even if your joints feel just fine.
Welcome to Action Medicine, where we dive into the science and tools you need to enjoy a longer, healthier life.
Let me introduce you to Mr. B. He's 45, active in his career, and recently had some routine blood work done. This lab told him his uric acid was slightly elevated, around 6.5 milligram per deciliter, but they reassured him, no gout, no problem. But then Mr. B started noticing he was gaining weight around his middle and feeling more tired than usual. He came to me curious and asked, is this uric acid thing something I should worry about? Here's what I explained. The cutoff for gout is typically higher, around 7 milligram per deciliter for men. But the metabolic risk can start way earlier, at just 5.6 milligram per deciliter. Think of it this way. By the time your uric acid level is high enough to even cause gout, your metabolic system might have been struggling for years. Let's start with the basics. Uric acid is like the leftovers when your body breaks down substance called purines. Purines come from two main sources: the foods you eat, like red meat, seafood, and certain vegetables, and the natural recycling of cells in your body. Normally, your kidneys filter out uric acid and you get rid of it when you pee. But here's the catch. If there's too much uric acid or if your kidneys are overwhelmed, it starts to build up. Think of your metabolism like a sink. If the drain works well, water flows out smoothly. But if the sink gets clogged, water starts pooling. That's what happens when uric acid levels rise. It is a sign your system isn't draining properly. So, why does this matter? Elevated uric acid can signal that your body is struggling with its sugar and energy metabolism. Let's imagine your body like a factory. Sugar is one of the main raw materials it processes. But when there's too much sugar, say from sodas, bakeries, or processed foods, the system gets overloaded. Excess sugar can lead to insulin resistance, and your uric acid levels rise as a side effect. Studies show that metabolic dysfunction often starts with uric acid levels as low as 5.6, long before the possibility of joint pain appears. Therefore, ignoring the slightly high uric acid levels is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. Well, you can ignore it, but you're risking a bigger breakdown down the line. Here's another critical link: your heart. Even slightly elevated uric acid levels can stress your heart and vascular health. Now, think of your blood vessels as highways. When uric acid builds up, it's like throwing gravel on the roads, causing tiny disruptions that slow blood flow and trigger inflammation. Over time, this can lead to high blood pressure, clogged arteries, and even heart attacks. Research shows that uric acid levels above 5.6 again are already associated with an increased risk of death from heart and vascular diseases. Again, that is way below the threshold for gout, which is 7. So catching this early isn't just important, it could be life-saving. Now, let's talk about inflammation. When uric acid rises, it activates something called the NLRP3 inflammasome. Think of this as a switch that turns on your body's fire alarm. A little inflammation is good, it helps you heal. The body needs it. But when the fire alarm stays on too long, it starts to damage healthy tissues, especially in your blood vessels. This low-grade chronic inflammation is a key driver of many conditions, including type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And elevated uric acid levels are often the spark that keep that fire burning. So, what can we do about this? Here are three simple actionable steps. 1. Know your numbers. Ask your doctor for a uric acid test and related markers like triglycerides, fasting insulin, fasting blood sugar. Remember, metabolic risks can show up well below the gout threshold. 2. Tweak your diet. Cut back on sugary drinks and processed carbs, not just like cut back on the red meat and chicken, like if you're scared of gout. Choose more whole foods like vegetables, nuts, and seeds. 3. Hydrate like a pro. Your kidneys need water to flush out excess uric acid. Aim for at least 8 glasses a day. These small changes can have a big impact, not just on your uric acid level, but on your overall health. Here's a big takeaway. Uric acid isn't just about gout, it is a clue your body is sending about its metabolic health. By acting on this early, you are not just preventing joint pain, you are giving yourself a shot at a healthier, longer life. And remember, Mr. B, by taking his slightly elevated uric acid seriously, he made changes that improved his energy, stabilized his blood pressure, and lowered his risk for diabetes. The next time you see uric acid in your lab report, think of it as an opportunity. With the right steps, you can turn that number into a tool for better health. So, next time, you check your uric acid levels and remember, it is not just about gout. It's about your entire metabolic health. Your body sends signals for a reason. Now, will you listen?